phone call in which we get down this designed to pour into you, the better half of you, the winner half of you, the awesome half of you. My name is Antonio T. Smith Jr., and I will be your forming partner. On this call, what we would do is help you to plant seeds that are worthy of quality of life that is you. Welcome, and thank you again for calling. I want to move now into the announcement part of our phone call. At this time, though, I do want to announce some wonderful staff that I have staff on the phone. I have staff running cameras right now because we are live on Facebook on the fan page. But please, staff, relax, sit down, relax, take it all in. Let's have a good time. Pull her up a chair. We're going to have some good times and everything. Let's move now to the announcement part of this podcast. I do have a podcast with my assistant, Tempest Smith. It's her name. She is my assistant / business partner, CEO as well, and one of my best friends. We have a business of Brick by Brick is the name of this motivational podcast. It is a podcast that is both business investing, or all business investing, and includes a lot of personal motivational tips for you to get your business underway. If you would like to download this podcast, you can you can download it at iTunes or Podomatic. Either one of these things will work well. If you can't find any one of those, just do a simple Google search. Brick by Brick by Antonio T. Smith Jr. and you will find this podcast. We are shooting season 5 right now, but we do have 4 seasons underway at this moment. Also, I'd like to invite all of you to the new website, the ATSJ-Aura. That's Aura. I know I asked when I do that, but that's Aura. That's an army to say, so we can blow people in the wrong grid. The ATSJR.com. The ATS Junior. The ATSJR.com is where you can find me at. Lots of coaching tips and tools and everything are there for you to get up there. So mailing this, please sign up. Lots of things are coming. Lots of changes are being made, and lots of events are happening underway right now in this very moment. Please sign up. The first 5 people who sign up tonight, you're more welcome to do so. And you will get a bunch of free gifts. Won't tell you what they are, but you get some free courses and things as there. I also offer one-on-one coaching. After this phone call, I'll be available 20 minutes after this phone call, and I will do one-on-one sessions for about 15 minutes to see if you and I are a good fit for one another. Also, throughout the week, you can go to DATSJR/coaching to get some of my coaching. One thing before we get started, I want to I've been to coach people all across the world, so that's pretty good. People all across the world, Arizona, Utah, all sorts of places. They are in a private group right now, so I just want to give them a shout out. I'm sure you guys are listening and watching right now, so feel free in that closed group to give those comments. Now, let us move now into the inspirational part of our phone call. So now's the time. Grab a pen. Grab a pad. Do whatever it is that you have to do. But get your notepad on your phone, a notepad in real life. Get ready to take notes. If you hear anything, I want you to report what you just heard, read with your spirit or soul, whatever you want to call it, and use the hashtag better for your so you can inspire other people. Again, hashtag plant better so you can inspire other people on your favorite social networks. Now, what we will do is get into tonight's phone call. What I want to do now is I want to talk to you about how to move beyond the wrong people. How to move beyond the wrong people. Here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, children of all ages. We of D Generation X. Y'all remember that? That's okay. That's that. Yeah. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here's what I should understand. Most of you are surrounded by the wrong people. Listen to me. Take notes. Don't worry about the cameras. If it mess up, it just mess up. Receive this message. Listen to me. Most of you in this place, in this period of your life, whether you're on the phone in front of me or you're with the wonderful vibrations of Facebook Live and all behind the scenes. I need for you to understand that you're surrounded by the wrong people. Here's how you know if you're surrounded by the wrong people. If you are overwhelmed, you don't want to be, you're surrounded by the wrong people. If you want to go back to school and you don't want to go to school, you're surrounded by the wrong people. If you suffer anger problems and you keep suffering anger problems, you're surrounded by the wrong people. If you have low self-esteem, you don't want low self-esteem, you're surrounded by the wrong people. What was the recurring theme there? If you have something that you no longer want, and the people around you are allowing you to keep it, they're no longer the people who are qualified to get you to the next level, you may write that down. If you have something, an illness that you do not want, a problem that you do not want anymore. If you have an anger problem that keeps you losing friends and jobs and you don't want that anymore, and you're surrounded by your best friends, I need for you to understand that that social relationship that you have is actually the wrong relationship to get you to the next level. The problem is, all of you, listen, all of you, you need to understand that most of your relationships are simply social, not productive. And so you're spending your time with the right social people and the wrong productive people. You are literally living your life surrounded by the wrong people, because when you're surrounded by the wrong people, they never take responsibility for their action. They always want to give you an apology with no accountability. And they always want you to live a life a tad bit lower. See, if I'm a leader, my job is not to lead you, it's to produce leaders. All of us don't think that way. Most are suffering right now, not because you're less talented, not because you're female or male, not because you're black or white. Now, there are some systematic things. Lean in. I wish all you would get. There are some systems that do hold with that. This is definitely true. There are some systems that do hold people of certain economic. Where's the people you love? That's what I'm talking about. I want to talk about how to move beyond the wrong people. But before I get that, before I tell you the only time, I have 3 things for you tonight. Normally, I have 10. But I have 3. But they're 3 very in-depth. Before I get past those wrong people, I need to. Most are just surrounded by them. So we have to do a little assessment first. We have to assess you in your situation. As a human being, your brain is automatically designed to lie. Your brain says, you know what, I'm this. And next time you tell a story, you'll live with this. And next time you get out, you understand what I'm talking about. Like you didn't climb Mount Everest, you climbed a little hill. But the next time you tell a story, it's a little taller. Or you caught a fish, it was 6 inches, but the next time you tell that story, it was a foot. The next time you tell that story, it was 2 feet. And by the time you tell that story today around Thanksgiving, it was 6 feet fish. And all that's a lie. So here's what I need you to understand. I need you to understand that you're surrounded by the wrong people if you're not living your dreams. Now here's the deal. If you like your life, if you're not complaining, if you like being in your boxers playing the PlayStation barefoot with ashy heels, that's okay. That's your dream. You keep doing a good job. If you like your job, if you're not complaining about it, good job. You're currently living your dreams. But success and hit that target well. What does that mean? Well, as it did not quit and had a good attitude along the way. Success is success is a mother who is a stay-at-home mom who does not complain about being a stay-at-home mom. That is a successful woman. See what I just success? Success is anybody who has hit something with that, went out and got it, and is proud that they have it, satisfied with what they've accomplished. Now, if you can't say that, you're not successful. Success is not, it's not money. It's completely individual. Success is you being about what to accomplish and getting to your satisfaction. Everybody listen, if you get your satisfaction and you're somebody that you know for the last 30 years, they're the wrong people. Now I say this with respect. Just because someone's the wrong person doesn't mean they're a bad person. See? I see your face. I can't see yours. Just because someone is a good person doesn't mean they're the right person for you. Just because you two look good together don't mean you should live. Just because you have beautiful babies don't mean you should make them. Just because you're church members don't mean you should be business partners. And just because you're siblings doesn't make you friends. There are many people that have brothers and sisters, yet your true brothers and sisters are not in blood relation to you. So I want to teach you how to move beyond the bad people. Move beyond the wrong people, I should say. Remember, just because someone is wrong for you doesn't make them a bad person. They're just wrong for you to get to the next level. And unless you're somebody who has a serious issue with the next level, or remember, if you like the level you're on right now, God bless you. Good job. Stay where you are. But for the rest of us, number one, start planting better seeds. Pun intended. Start planting better seeds. Now, why am I saying this here? Normally, I tell you guys to plant better seeds because if you plant better seeds, then you reap a better harvest. That is true, but I don't want to talk about that tonight. Here's what I want to let you know. Here's why I want you to plant better seeds. Because if you plant better seeds, the wrong people can handle you planting better seeds. Yes. Let's go. Have you ever been surrounded by someone that loved you until you got better? Y'all can talk back to me. It's all right. They know you're in here now. Have you ever been in a relationship and the moment you try to better yourself, you started to have a problem all of a sudden? This was already written before you had your problem today. You understand what I'm saying? Here's what you need to understand. If you you can't move the wrong people and you can't get beyond the wrong people if you can't identify them. Hashtag plant better. If you want to identify the wrong people of your life, start planting better seeds because the people who have bad seeds cannot stand when you plant good ones. Oh, I'm making some sense here. If you ever want to identify the snakes in the grass, start putting some fertilizer and get your grass beautiful. If you ever want to know you stand with somebody, do business with them. Let me help you out a little bit. You ever know how they really respect you or how they feel about you? Work with them. Do business with them. However they treat you and your business, if they pay you on time or not, that's how they feel about you. Hashtag plant better. So if you want to identify the wrong people, and if you want to move beyond the wrong people, the number one thing that you need to do is plant better seeds. Now, since I am on video, I'll do this here so you can understand it. If you plant better seeds, then what happens is you immediately get, well, not immediately, but you get a better life. People who don't want you to have a better life have a problem with your harvest. So before they ever let you get to the better harvest, they'll attack you when you start planting better seeds. Oh, don't miss this here. Oh, I'm feeling good tonight. Don't miss this here. Listen. Listen, we can break this out. I'm trying to get you understanding. I want to make this very relevant. I want to make it very practical. People aren't stupid. They can see you doing the right thing. And if you're not careful, if you're married to someone or if you're in a relationship with someone and they see you doing the right thing, they will stop you from doing the right thing. And they will actually tell you that you're going to leave me for one of them dudes you're getting a degree with.
Or, no.
Here's what I'm trying to tell you. What I'm trying to tell you is that if you're not careful, if you're surrounded by the wrong people, they'll see the potential of your harvest and attack your planting. Did you hear what I just said? Mm-hmm. Right? They'll see the potential of your harvest, get threatened by that. They can't do anything about the harvest, but they can kill you in your planting. If you ever want to get past it, if you ever want to identify the wrong people, start planting better seeds. Start going back to school and open up that school and see if you have an argument. God forbid you start losing weight. Come on, somebody help me out. You understand what I'm saying? We do know these people, don't we? We know these people. You understand what I'm saying? The moment you start... hold on, wait. Maybe I'm being presumptuous. Do we know these people? Mm-hmm. Do we know the people that the moment you got better, they tell you changed? Mm-hmm. Is that these people?
Yeah.
And then they make you feel bad for making good decisions? Mm-hmm. You know what? Listen, I know you're doing good and all, but these are the wrong people. Can I borrow from Tyrese Gibson just for a second? I see you over there getting money. That person has a problem with you. See, they're telling you every single day. They're telling you every day that they have a problem with you, but they hit you with subliminals you think is cute. If you ever want to change, if you ever want to stop, if you ever want to identify the wrong people, start doing better. There's a saying in popular urban circles, especially on what you would call Black Twitter, that if you ever want to see who loves you, fall off. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. For those of you who understand, for those of you who don't understand that vernacular, that means if you ever want to see who actually loves you, who'll be there for you, go broke. Mm-hmm. Now, I should see it. When you go broke, you attract a certain people. If you actually want to see who belongs to you on your next level, get money. Get money. Get happiness. Get prosperity and watch their response to it. Bad people would never be able to handle good seeds. The wrong people have created expectations of your mediocrity. The moment you begin to plant extraordinary seeds, they turn against you. Not because they don't like you, but because their value system has a violent conflict with your new value system. I just said a whole lot right there. Let me see if I can do this here. The wrong people cannot extraordinary seeds and extraordinary people. It's not because I'm like the new they want the new Jordan. You're saving for us. It's not that they don't like you. It's just that their value system is in conflict with your value system, and the wrong people will never let you kill their value system. See, when I'm really your friend, I'll let you correct me. When I'm really your friend, I'll let you correct me. That's a man that hurts. When I really want to be in your life, I'll eat your correction. When I really want to be in your life, I'll adjust you. When I really want to be in your life, I'll let you make more money than me. When I really want to be in your life, I'll treat you like the woman you deserve to be treated. When I really want to be in your life, I'll treat you like the man you deserve to be. Here's what the wrong people look like in relationships. Are you ready? They do what they call passive aggressive control. Let me show you what that looks like. Since they can't come out and tell you don't be successful, because then you would find them out and expose them and leave them, they get headaches. I'm going somewhere. Because now you can't go out to work. You can't go to the office. You can't have the meeting. Yes, I see flash of revelations on some faces. And it's not because they told you don't go out there and work. It's because they have a headache. And so what they do is they get headaches every time you try to do something great.
What you say?
And then they get sick every time you try to do something great. Now you have to stay. Not because they wanted you to, simply because they're sick. Or they don't do the illness thing. They get an attitude. What's wrong? Nothing. No, baby, what's wrong? Nothing. Nothing. And now they're quiet. Now you got to walk around the house guessing what you did wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. You tried to be successful around someone that's comfortable with your mediocrity. Passive aggressive control happens when people, they won't control you. The wrong people won't control you. They'll control your mood via their moods. And they'll make you conform and take care of them, so you never take care of yourself and leave them. I'm going to repeat that because someone needs to receive them in their spirits. When you're around the wrong people, they will change, pick an argument, be sad, get sick all of a sudden, fake diseases, all sorts of stuff, fake headaches, fake tiredness. They go to the doctor and the doctor said, I don't see anything wrong with you. Come on, I'm trying to help somebody. The doctor says, I don't see anything wrong with, because there's nothing wrong with them. That is a pseudo sickness that they're using to keep you in mediocrity because they can't handle you in their success. Your life will always move according to the quality of your seeds. Your life will always move according to the quality of your seeds. And people who don't want you to be successful are looking at the seeds in your hand and saying, ooh, those seeds are better than what I provide for them. And if I let them put those wonderful seeds into the ground, they're no longer going to need me. Hashtag plant better. Listen, if you don't think, all part one is, all number one is just identifying the wrong people. I just need you to understand. I need you to get this in. If you ever thought that if you ever think that you're the right person, you're not sure, you don't know it, just monitor how they respond to the good seeds in your hand. Now, here's how type A personalities, now see, I gave you the passive aggressive types. Here's how type A personalities control you. Type A personalities will control you in this way. We call those reds if you had the psychology test. Here's how they'll control you. They'll have you working on their dreams so you never work on yours. Oh, man, I'm going to get in trouble for this phone call here. And what they'll do is, baby, I know you're going back to work, but listen, let's do this first. Have these kids first.
Oh, not really.
There's nothing wrong with having children. But if that's not if you want to focus on your career first, but now you have to wait 18 years, yeah, that may be somebody that's more concerned with their dreams of a family so they can look good in public than to let you shine in public. Whew. Two more things. This is number one. Also, if you want to, and so number one was start playing the right seed, right? So if you want to identify the wrong people in your life, change the way you talk. Oh, y'all didn't receive this. Change the way you talk. Start being positive and watch what they say to you. If God forbid you get religion. Just because you've changed doesn't mean that that person has a problem with you. You mind if I keep borrowing from Tyrese?
Oh, Lord.
Just because you positive don't mean I have to. That person has a problem with you. Just because you go to church don't mean that person has a problem with you. Just because you're positive, that person has a problem with you. And it's not just you. They have a problem with the fact that what you're doing now makes you pass them up in their heads. And when you realize you no longer need them for what they provide, they're scared you're going to leave them, so they keep you in mediocrity. Somebody receive this in your spirit. If you ever want to understand the wrong people in your life, change your talk. That's still number one. Change your talk. What does that mean? If you used to cuss all the time, watch how they respond to you. If you used to be negative and now you positive, watch how they respond to you. If you no longer do that, I shouldn't say that one. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on. Last one and number one. No, last one. That was too tough. Even my assistant is like, oh, thank you. That was too tough. Last one and number one. If you want to identify the wrong people in your life, stop gossiping with them and watch how they treat you. If you ever listen, guys, if you ever want to make a conversation short, say, I don't gossip. That conversation will flee from you immediately. If you ever want to have a short conversation, listen. Let me help all you introverts out there. If you ever want to cut a conversation short, your headphones ain't working, say, no, I don't do that. If it's negative, say, no, I don't talk about people. That person will leave you. If you ever want to identify the wrong people in your life, stop participating in their gossip and watch how they treat you. If they're the right person, say, no, here's the deal. Everybody's talking. Most of the people in your life are talking about things that are not worthy of you. And the moment you stop participating in their unworthiness, they will turn on you. And if they turn on you, or if they correct you because you're not doing anything negative anymore, they are the wrong people. Number two. That number one was rough. How to move beyond the wrong people. Number two, stop allowing them to take your peace. Oh, man. If you thought number one was rough. Why did I say stop allowing them to take your peace? Let me say something. The wrong people are like bullies. Bullies are only going to keep being bullies when they see they have an effect over you. So when you stop letting your antagonizer, the wrong people, have effects over you, watch how they change. They'll up their level of attacks to get the response they used to have over you. Yes, that's what happened with you today. Right? Here's what you need to understand. Are you hearing me? Am I making some sense? Right? When you take back your peace, you de-energize the wrong people. You de-weaponize the wrong people. When you take back what's rightfully yours, your happiness and your peace, you literally took from them any power they had over you. When you move on the wrong people, stop letting them affect you. Even if it affects you, don't you let them see it. And you take it back home and you punch your pillow 100 times. And that's between you and your pillow. And you cry all your tears, but you say, thank you for considering. Thank you for what you said. Here's what I personally do. And people hate this about me. I'm not telling you this. I'm telling you what I personally do. I have two things I do when someone is being negative. They come at me argument that I know I'm not participating in. There's two things that I do. If it's bad, I go, like, hopefully you guys see the camera. If you can't see me on the camera, here's what I do. So I'm on the phone, you got in front of me. You're arguing. And I literally turn my head to the left. It's always to the left. And I go, whew, that little argument you just did right there. It just passed me up. That was cute. That one right there. Great job. I always do this. Every time. Always. I ain't change my voice. Woof. That was a great argument you had there. It was beautiful. Because I made him know. I'm not doing that. Now, if that didn't work, or if you really try to hurt my feelings, I do this with no voice. I look you dead in your eye, and I say, just because you invited me to an argument doesn't mean I have to participate. I'll say it again so you can write that down. Just because you invite me to an argument doesn't mean I participate. And my team around you will tell you they've heard me say that many a times. Just because you invite me to an argument doesn't mean I have to participate. Now, can you imagine saying that to the wrong person? Do you know how much power you take back when you let somebody clearly know, listen, I respect you, I have no problem with you. Just because you invite me to what you want me to do doesn't mean I have to accept your invite. That's power. Power is not exhorting it over people. It's recognizing you don't have to give yours away.
That's good. That's good.
See, the wrong people can only handle the fact that they can control you. They can't handle anything else. The wrong people can only handle you when they can control you. You ever accidentally had some strength and talked back and you put your foot down? And you caught them by surprise. Did you see how the wrong people responded? You caught them real quick. They go through. Since you caught them off the guard, then they blamed you. That the whole situation out on you. That ever work? Mm-hmm. Okay, let me see if I can make this. Let me see if I can make this work for you. Let's get into a personal relationship. Let me work this down. Now listen. If you new to this Plant Better phone call, and there's a whole lot of you over this phone. I'm not your regular person. I'm like Tony Robbins. I ain't your guru, okay? So I'm about to say something too real. And just be glad I don't cuss, because let me just let you know, this is going to be too real. I once counseled a woman. Name doesn't matter. A long time ago. And she dropped some knowledge on me that I'll never forget in my entire life. I'll never forget this shit. She had contracted a venereal or STD. And she knew she was only sleeping with her, I don't know, boyfriend, fiance, husband. I'm not sure what it was. It's a long time ago. And she didn't go to the doctor yet, but she knew something was wrong. Because we all live in our bodies. We know when something's wrong. And so she went to her mate, because I can't remember if it was, I just know she was a male, he was female. I mean, other way around. She was female, he was a male. That's all I remember. And then she said, I've got something. It burns when I pee or something like that. Now, here's what you need to receive. Okay? Because the wrong people can't handle when they can't control you. Okay? So watch this here. So immediately the dude went, oh no, I ain't this, I ain't got, no, I get this, I got this, I ain't boom, 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 boom. All that stuff like that. Now, what I just told you was they're turning around on you when they can't control you. And then she proceeded to tell me the realest thing I've ever heard, that it was just amazing. She said, now Tony, I knew right then at that moment he was cheating. You know why? And I didn't know why. And she said, here's why. Because if he wouldn't sleep with nobody, he would have told me, no, who you sleeping with for you to have something. Now, what's the point of all that? The point is, that when you are faced with control and all you're doing is controlling people, and they hit you with something and when you hit them with something that they can't handle anymore, they immediately turn it around on you. As if you're the reason why we're here arguing. Do you know those people in your life? That you know they wronged you, and all of a sudden they just somehow, by the time you finish the conversation, it's all your fault. Now you apologizing for what they did? Maybe y'all got a perfect relationship. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So the wrong people can only handle you when you're weak and in control, not when you're a decent human being that has the right to stand with your shoulders proudly. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. The wrong people, the wrong people literally seek you out. They're looking for the one with the low self-esteem so they can pounce on. They're looking for you. They're looking for the man who only wants to protect the woman and damsel in distress. Nothing wrong with that. They're looking for the one who wants to do it so much. They're looking for the person who wants to take on a project. These are the wrong people. They can't handle you when you're in control. They can only handle you when they're controlling you. So, here's how you handle that situation. You let them compete. You create. Did y'all hear what I just said? You let them compete. You create. This world is yours for the taking. Everything you want is yours. Your degree is yours. Your breakthrough is yours. Your business is yours. Your best-selling book and author and album is yours. Everything you want is yours. All you have to do is create, not compete. Let them compete against you while you create a reality that doesn't exist with them in it. Did you hear what I said?
One more time.
You let them compete against you. And you just create by planting better seeds. And I'm gonna open it up here in a little bit. So how do you create? You stop arguing with them. Let me tell y'all something. I just told somebody this here earlier today. I ain't gonna look or point them out or call them out. I ain't gonna do nothing like that. Amen. I ain't gonna do nothing like that. I just told somebody this day. Listen, you about to get baited into an argument. I just said this here. Don't do it. It's 30 minutes prior. I said, don't do it. They're going to wait until the opportune time to bait you into an argument. Listen, the wrong people, they want you arguing with them because as long as you're arguing with them, they're winning. Oh, please. Please receive this. The wrong people want you arguing with them. They need you to. Because as long as you're arguing with them, they're in control and they know how to manipulate your feelings. As long as you're arguing with them, they know how to make you feel bad for what they have done. As long as you're arguing with them, they know how to make you cuss, push that button to now you have to apologize for how you reacted to them, and they never have to address what they actually did. Are y'all hearing me? Are you hearing me? Listen, stop arguing with the wrong people. Let me help you out. I'm not making this up. There's another way to say this. Robert Greene, who writes the book 48 Laws of Power. I encourage you to read this book. In law number 10, he tells you how to recognize what he calls infectors. Infectors are, matter of fact, I ain't even got to go through all that. I got my laptop right here, and I got my notes on the book. Law number 10. Let's see if we can handle this way. I don't even want to paraphrase it to you. I'm finna quote it to you. This is live on TV right now. Here we go. Law number 10. Infection. Avoid the unhappy and the unlucky. I need you to understand that the wrong people are unhappy and unlucky. Ooh, okay. I didn't resonate. The wrong people that fooled around and messed up their gardens. They look for another garden to plant some good seeds in, but they don't have the ability to have good seeds. They do nothing but fool around and mess up your garden, and they live garden to garden. Some of y'all are only in relationships because you can't afford rent. So, law number 10 literally says avoid the unhappy the unlucky. It says you'll die from others' misery. Emotional states are as infectious as diseases. Come on, somebody, help me out with these wrong people. Have you experienced that? Have you had a good day until you put the key into your doorknob?
Right.
The wrong people. Listen, y'all so toe up that you running around here dragging the wrong people in your life. You have a good your household so bad you got a work husband, got a work wife, because at home it ain't good, because you're surrounded by the wrong people. And so it says, I'm quoting you Robert Greene right now. I didn't even know this was gonna come up, but since we here, we might as well just go ahead and put our foot down here for a little bit. Then he says, now this is my notes from the book because I read it once a month. Okay, the unfortunate draw misfortune onto themselves and will draw it unto you. Can I explain that a little bit? Here's how it works. Every one of us, every one of you on the phone, Facebook, all of us in here, you have a garden. Now, when me and you get into a relationship, you take your garden and I take my garden, and then we create a joint garden. Now, here's how it works. If you plant good seeds, now watch me, follow me. If I plant bad seeds, every time I plant in our joint garden, you got to pay for what I did. And then when I run out of space there and you love me so much and you start sleeping with me, now I have to put some seeds down in your garden. Here's what I look like, baby, buy this. That's not, when I say baby, buy this, that's your garden. When I say we gonna do this, that's our joint garden. When I do this separately, that's my garden. When I say, baby, do this, go ahead, that's me planting seeds in your garden. Here's what that means. That means that some of you are suffering right now. You're doing all the right things. You go to church every Sunday, and you pray, and you do all that stuff, and you got your degree, and you wonder why you flat broke right now. You make $60,000 a year because you're surrounded by people with bad seeds. And the reason you broke at $60,000 a year because you keep living off the poverty seeds from somebody else's garden. Does that make sense to you?
Perfect.
you understand what I'm saying? So, what does that mean? It makes no, listen, it makes no sense. If I'm depressed and you happy, at some point, you gonna keep saving me till I depress you. And if you ain't strong enough, you're gonna be just as jacked up with me. And then we're gonna have jacked up kids. And then teach these jacked up boys to disrespect girls. Or teach these jacked up girls to be impressed by what these boys have. I'm done with that one. I'm done. It's a whole bunch more. But I ain't even gonna get into that because I just walked too hard right there. You understand? Right? So, you stop allowing the negative peace. You stop arguing with them. You start talking positive. And as you start talking positive, here's the number one thing that I need you to do. This is last thing, well, almost last thing, number two. Here's what I need you to understand, brothers and sisters, listen to me as I adopt a power position and get ready for the last 15, 17 minutes of this phone call. This is what I need to understand. Stop drinking with them. Hashtag plant better.
Oh my God.
Here's the problem, y'all. Now, by drinking, I mean smoking, sleeping, whatever you want to say, but especially drinking. Because we love to drink so much, you understand. We love to smoke so much, and we love to play PlayStation so much, or whatever it is, that we think we just playing play. No, you're not, boo-boo. No. You're not just drinking. You're not just smoking. You are not just playing PlayStation. You are swapping energy. You are swapping seeds and ideas and pathologies. You are letting your guard down, and you're allowing them to get closer. Listen, stop. Some of y'all know these people are bad, but then you say, well, if I just drink with them. You know these people are bad, you say, well, it's because I don't have them. No, let that go. Why do you need to let it go? Because you can't even get your breakthrough with all you're doing is suffering with your breakdown. There's not enough room for both. Your hand can only hold one thing at a time. Now, you going to hold your breakthrough or your breakdown. But the reason why some of y'all keep missing out on the good people is because we look at you with all the bad people and I can no longer deal with you. I can't even invest with you because of the company you keep.
Oh, Lord, Bergman.
Listen, guys, a drink is not just a drink. Who told you that? TV? Stop. Stop. You can't just socialize with people and think you're just socializing. Because if you just socialize with Hitler,
Oh, Lord.
they would view you as a Nazi.
Yeah.
But you want to socialize with people that ain't going nowhere. As if there's a difference. There's no difference. It's still socializing. There's no difference. Just because that person doesn't wear their problems on the outside doesn't mean that their problems on the inside isn't affecting your outside. Some of you were very, very happy 7 years ago. And you haven't bought yourself anything new since 2000 had like no 10s in it. 2003, last time you bought yourself something. Except for the car you can't afford. I'm moving on. So, how do I know the wrong people? We've been talking about the whole time. Well, if you want to know where you stand with people, I said this earlier, do business with them. That's still number 2. Do business with them. Listen, I opened it up earlier. I'm trying to open it up now. Guys, gals, listen to me. When you start a business with somebody, they're going to treat you how they respect you. Oh, Lord, okay. Watch this here. That didn't resonate with you. Let me say it this way. Let somebody borrow money, because that's actually doing business with them technically. If they pay you back, you get standing with them. They respect you. Have you ever let somebody borrow money? And then they act like they don't owe you money? Am I not resonating with you? Because I know all y'all got rich friends. Y'all ain't never. You understand? I'm talking about they spent money in front of you as if they didn't owe you money. And that's your best friend. No, that's not. It's not your best friend. That's the best friend you have that takes advantage of your relationship. Listen. Some of y'all are failing because of your best friends. Your best cousin that's a friend. During that time. You understand what I'm saying? You have these issues. Here's why your best friend can do the most damage to you. Because they feel like they feel like that they don't owe you nothing. The people who are very close to you, when they don't respect you, they don't owe you nothing. That's what they feel like. They feel that you're lucky to have them. And I don't have to pay back this money, and that's where you stand with them. But they'll pay back Capital One real quick. Capital One is not going homeless anytime soon. They'll let you go homeless, lose your car, repossess your car, and foreclose your house before they pay you back. But they will pay back a corporation that is nowhere near going homeless. If you ever want to know where you stand with somebody, do business with them. When they're an entrepreneur, give them money. Let them borrow money. They'll get their income tax and buy flat screen TVs before they pay you back $100. And that's how they feel about you.
Smart TVs.
Number 3. Remember your dreams. Like that's super simple. But before I tell you to remember your dreams, so remember your dreams now. Let me hit you with this one here. You need to know that the wrong people will help you discover the life you don't want.
Jesus.
But you need to let them go to get the life you do want. Don't worry about it, I'll repeat it. The wrong people in your life will help you discover the life that you do not want. But you need to let them go so you can get the life that you do want. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
Now, why is that so important? Because in this life, you need both the wrong and the bad. The truth is, my friends, my plant betterians, plant betterians. No. How do you make that up? Like Galvestonians. How do you plant better nights? There we go. Plant better nights. All right. There we go. Plant better nights. We just made it up just now. It's a hashtag right now. We're gonna use it forever now. Listen. Here's what you need to know. You need to. The truth is, I wouldn't be nowhere without the wrong people. I got far too much wisdom. I make far too much money. And the only reason I do that, because the wrong people sure enough made me lose a lot. Yeah, we getting to the close now. Here, you understand. Two things. Be grateful in all your circumstances. And be grateful that you're surrounded by some wrong people, because they taught you what you actually want. Mm-hmm. But you gotta let them go, or you'll never get it. Whew. It felt good. The wrong people taught you what you did not want, but you gotta let them go if you want to get it. August 2nd, 2000, I joined the United States Army as an intelligence analyst. And I went in as enlisted. So I went in as an E1 and I got promoted to E5 sergeant in 2 years flat. I was promoted September 1st, 2002. Here's what I want to tell you about that. I learned a lot of stuff in the Army. The number one lesson I learned in the Army is I don't like working for people. Did you hear what I just said? Mm-hmm. Now listen, I serve my country well, and I'm a veteran today. I got the VA, all that stuff. I just need you to understand that hey, as long as you get, the Army was wrong for me, because I like to think. And I was in military intelligence, and they really wouldn't let me think. Now, I'm not saying the Army don't let you think. I'm just saying, really wasn't a good fit for me. I excelled greatly because I was good at it, but I wanted something outside of it. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. The Army was the best thing I don't ever want to do again. Does that make sense? It's the best thing that ever happened to my life that I never want to do it again. I'm so not going back to the Army. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. But it also taught me this is the wrong fit for me. I like to help people. I can't see the people I'm helping. I like to see the people I'm helping. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So the Army taught me what I want to do. I had to let go of the Army to be Antonio T. Smith Jr. And the Army, I was just proud to say Sergeant Smith. Out here, I'm Antonio T. Smith Jr. There's a message in that. You might want to hear that. You got to let go of some of that wrong stuff to be your supreme destiny, your highest expression of yourself. These are just facts. But hold on. Here's what you need to understand. The wrong people cannot, I repeat, cannot exist in your right places. Oh, man. Okay? Got me? Write that down. The wrong people cannot exist in your right places. You can drag them there. But then here's what will happen. I see you writing. Here's where we end our phone call. You're either going to have to choose between dying while living with the wrong people or dying while living with your dreams. Listen to me. Because this is the last thing I'm saying. You're going to have to choose between dying while living with the wrong people or dying while living your dreams. You can't have both. The truth is they can't exist in the same place. The wrong people in your dreams can exist in the same place at the same time. You're saying yes they can, but no. When you grab them, you push your dreams. When you grab the wrong people and you tell them, live my dreams with me, you never reach your dreams. You get 10% of your dreams. There is a biblical story. Not make this biblical. I got a lot of people on this phone call, but this is no different than me saying an African proverb. Does that make sense? So there is a Hebrew proverb, Okay, but it's not a proverb. It's a story. In the book of Joshua. Joshua was told that, hey, listen, Joshua, my man, my leader guy, wherever your feet land, I'm going to give that to you. And he was told, but make no treaties with the folk. Now, you may want to hear this. Doesn't matter if you're religious or not. I'm going somewhere. Make no treaties. What that means? Don't compromise with the wrong people. This is literally, if you're religious, this is in your scriptures. Chapter 1. Don't compromise with the wrong people. They do all this great stuff, but by the end of Joshua, they don't get all the promised land. They only get 10% of it. Ooh, listen to what I just said. When you compromise with the wrong people, you never get your full supreme destiny. You get 10% of it. When you compromise with the wrong people, you never get your breakthrough. You get just a Kit Kat bar of your breakthrough. You never get what you deserve. You only get to be able to die with a lot of dreams. So what's the word here? What's your message here? Your message is simple. Die with them or die living the highest expression of yourself. There is no other option. There is no other option. I'm not saying you got to be famous. I'm just saying the highest expression of yourself. But you'll never get to the highest expression of yourself dying with the wrong people. One thing I know for sure is if I ever go to the Super Bowl, I would never like to be like the Tennessee Titans long before, 20 years ago almost, that lost the Super Bowl by 1 inch. If I'm going to lose, blow me smooth out. Because what I do not want you to do to me is show me what I can be and let me get right there and tell me I can't have it because Pookie with me. That's not going to happen. Pookie, Michelle, Katrina, I don't care who it is. I didn't come here for you to stop me from what I deserve. Now, at the end of the day, you got to live with you, and you got to be happy with you, and you got to love you. And you are the only one who could sing with your voice and walk with your feet and think with your mind. And so here's how it works. You live with them or you live with your dreams. I can't tell you what to do. All I can tell you is you deserve every single thing that this life has for you. You want money, you deserve it. You want happiness, you deserve it. You want your kids not to be bullied, you deserve it. You want perfect hair, you deserve it. Whatever you want, you deserve it, even if your perfect hair has to be a toupee. If it makes you happy, let it make you happy. But what you don't do is surround yourself with people that'll make you feel bad for wearing a toupee. You surround yourself with people that tell you your toupee is crooked. If you like your toupee. But if you hiding and you don't like your toupee, and I let you wear your toupee, and I don't convince you you're beautiful just like you are, I'm the wrong person. See the dichotomy there? If you want it, keep it. God bless you. You look good. If you want to be thick and sexy, be thick and sexy. You look good. If you want to be skinny, you look good. I shouldn't make you feel bad for you being the highest expression of you. But we're surrounded by people that don't like us being high expressions of them, of ourselves. Because every time we shine, we remind them they don't. My name is Antonio T. Smith Jr. I can't not tell you what to do with your life. It's the only thing I can tell you, that if you love it, whether you hate it, all I can do is tell you, if you plant better seeds, you will live you a better life. Thank you for coming out. God bless you, and good night.